And we are on. Yay!
Hi,
Hi,
Debra.
everyone. Hi. I've got to get the comments going to see if when people come in. This is going to be a little bit different today. First of all, I'm going to have Avana introduce herself, tell us what she does, what her channel is, how to contact her. But everything she says is going to be in the show notes in a link. So if you don't have paper and pencil and you're just listening in your car, don't worry. Just come back when you're ready to visit her. You do have you do private readings and everything.
Absolutely.
So
Yes.
Denise from Mount Shasta. I don't know how long you've lived there, but it's been my experience that when Mount Shasta calls on you to come forth, and you have the best life, you learn, you ascend, you get all aligned, and then that mountain will spit you out and be like, go forth into the world and do what I teach you. That's been my experience.
I love
So,
that.
Linda Thompson, thank you. Hello, Gloria. Thank you, Linda. It looks like Linda has visited me from your channel. I appreciate that, Linda.
Thank you.
Anybody who would do me the honor to subscribe to my channel, I sure would appreciate it. Denise 11 Schultz, since 2004, called in and spit out, I know. And then you went back again, right? But it's like the mountain teaches you all this good stuff. And the only way you would be able to align with it and really have it in as your sole purpose is you have to leave the mountain and go forth. And then sometime when it invites you back, then it's less harsh on you. Right? So I'm going to go ahead and allow a few minutes here for our sweet Avana Intuitive to give her introduction.
I would be happy to. Well, I have to tell you, it was a few years ago, and probably about 5 years ago now, I realized that I wasn't happy. And I thought, I'm going to get happy when I retire. And that would be in about 15 years. And I realized that that's a little bit too long for me to wait to be happy. So I was kind of struggling with this kind of deep sadness for a while. And one morning I was getting ready for work and I said to myself, what am I? Who am I? What is my essence? Let's start there. And then I will, hopefully figure something out and move forward. And at that moment, I just heard, I am love. And when I heard that, I could just feel like a weight coming off of my shoulders. And I just realized that I am love. That's it. And I don't have to pretend that I'm anything but that. And when I realized that, I don't have to argue with people. I don't have to fight for a position at work or anything. I just don't have to do that because why? I am love. That's the first thing I said to myself. And that was really what started me on my journey. The next thing that I started to do was I actually got involved in learning how to read the tarot cards. So I just really did a deep dive into that for probably about a year. And just started watching different things on YouTube, learning about different readers, learning about different things. At that point, I 2 years ago, I started my channel, Avana Intuitive on YouTube. And, I started reading on people's channels, just the usual stuff, pulling cards for people. And I totally, absolutely enjoy that. But I wanted to become more accurate. And all of a sudden, I heard a lot of talk about the Akashic Records, the Akashic Records, the Akashic Records. So I went online, I put in, I did a search, and I found actually CherylMarlene.com. She is an Akashic Records mystic. She's been doing it for years. And I'm actually still in classes with her. I just love her classes. I love her. I love the way that she teaches. And have really just done a deep dive into the Akashic Records. And I love it because every single thing that has energy has an Akashic record, whether that's a person, whether that's my ficus tree, whether that is a group of trees, whether it's a mountain, a song, you can actually open up the Akashic Records on anything that has energy, and it will have a record, and you can ask it questions and find out more about it, and really do a deep dive. So that all being said, that's pretty much what has led me here to this place where I'm at now, working on YouTube, working with the Akashic Records. I have a website. It is avanaintuitive.com. I do readings. I do email readings. You can send me anywhere from 1 to 3 questions, and I'll answer those via email. I do Zoom readings, and I also do Akashic Record readings on my website. You can book an appointment. So that's pretty much where I'm at right now, and just really enjoying doing this deep spiritual dive into life and like this higher consciousness, which I just love hanging out there. You know what? I can't hear you.
So I'm just new at this, yeah. So I'm going to try to do better. I'm new at this.
It's all good.
I have studied so many modalities all the way to the end, the Akashic Records, just there's so much, and my tarot deck, shameless announcement, and I don't think I sent you a deck as a party gift. So I'm going to get your information, your address. I'm going to give you a deck so you can check it out and drive it around. But I've done, like, I worked on hotlines, so I got a lot of over 10,000. The only reason why I know I have over 10,000 readings is because that particular platform has a counter.
Yeah.
But what I did was you get this, and everybody learning, you'll get this hit that A and B means C. Yeah. And you think, okay, when I'm going to talk to my next client, I'm going to put that in alignment and see if it doesn't work. And so that's what I would do whenever I would get a hit. If I did a reading with certain cards before I made my deck, with certain cards, and it didn't, the scenario didn't align, and I never try and hammer my thoughts into someone else's life. Of course, nobody does that. But I'm thinking, every time I did a reading that doesn't really match the cards. I wonder what I'm missing, because it's the language from spirit, and we're just misreading that language.
Yeah.
So many, and I also have, here's another shameful pitch. I do have a way you can learn tarot using my deck, but and it's a little bit different than the other places, but I got to tell you, it's where are my banners? It's here it is. So training.growyourlight.com. It's a video course, but it incorporates all that I've learned on the hotlines with call after call after call. And some of it's very unique. It's designed for you to go from novice to pro in a few hours, and then you can redo it. It's always yours. I just lowered the price on that. So that will be on the show notes as well. Thank you for letting me do my song and dance. And I've been told I should do that more often, because that's what business is all about. But I just want to have fun.
I know. I just want to do readings.
I know. So I'm going to take this down now. Go away. So I got a surprise for everybody. I'm going to bring you on, people who want a reading. I'm going to bring you into our stream so we can actually have a real reading. We have a conversation. Each of us will be able to ask you questions to get started. One will give you the reading. The other one will get all of that stuff, but it will be a conversation. So I am going to try and play a little information to get everybody set and everybody's hair combed and lipstick on, if that's what you want. So let me just move into this little, okay, here we go. Don't go away.
The show will start after these live reading instructions. If you would like to receive a live reading and be on the show, here is what you need to prepare. I will read for those who have subscribed to my channel and sign on to watch live through Chrome. Have your phone, laptop or tablet steady, then click the link to join the show. You will be backstage and automatically muted. I know you are there and can hear me. You will know when I'm about to bring you on. I love general readings, giving you a message from spirit and mediumship, but won't promise to bring in a specific person. Of course, thoughtful questions are fun as well. You will find the link to join in the chat. The show will...
Did I do it right? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we're back.
So everybody now knows. Anybody who wants a reading, let's try this. I'm going to invite you into the stream. Da, 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 da. One moment. And here it is. Paste. Okay. So if you can see it, I just put the link that will bring you into the show so we can have a real live conversation and reading and all of that stuff. And I know people are shy because usually what we have are people in the show notes writing questions.
Yes.
And I got to tell you, I have a little problem with my balance because giving a reading means I'm in right brain thinking, but to read and to read something is my left brain. So I don't know. So anybody who would like to, now what's going to happen when you click on the link? Oh, and I did it at 11:11 a.m. Did you see that?
Oh, I love that.
I've got something about 11 these days, just fantastic. So so what I'm going to do, it looks like everyone's a little shy.
It's all right.
So maybe Jennifer could do cool. Okay, Coyote sounds like she might.
All right.
She might be able to do it, but we'll just go ahead and keep gibbering until you get tired of that, and someone brave will start the dance. Remember when you were a kid and you went to school dances and you didn't want to be the first
Everybody's
one?
just sitting there.
Yeah, but everybody's going like this in their chair, but no one's standing up. So
and then somebody would, and then everybody would start filing up, or the teacher or somebody would get things started, and then you got up there and had a great time.
Right. That's all about learning how to be brave. It prepared us for YouTube.
Who would have thunk it?
Who would have thunk it? I had a wonderful guest on yesterday. Was it just yesterday? I posted it. I'm Patrice, and I can't pronounce his name without it right in front of me, but he's a Frenchman who went through a dark night of the soul and then became enlightened. And now he's a healer. He's a medical medium, and he's a healer, and his journey story is just fantastic. And he promised he was going to use his American accent.
Nice.
I thought, that's going to be real interesting, isn't it? Oh, so it is very entertaining.
I will definitely have to watch that.
That's a fun one. Thank you very much. Hello. I'm going to add you. Here we are. Jennifer.
Hey, ladies.
Hi.
Good to see you. I'm so happy. So you're the first one on the dance floor, and you can tell everyone where all the other people are just dancing in their chairs or weaving back and forth, waiting for the first one to go on. And here you are. Oh, good, Karen. I think Karen's on here now. I see you, sweetheart. I think I missed out on giving you a reading the last time, so I'm going to definitely. I don't know if. Okay. Side note. I'm so excited about this new format. Okay, so I would like to get started, and this is what I do. This is how I work. And my guest will be first to get whatever she gets. I'm going to be doing numerology to make sure it gets me into the right room of knowing. So if you don't want to give me your year, that's fine.
I'm an open book. What do you want?
All right. Jennifer, what is your birthday, please?
It is February 16th, 71.
Thank you very much. So I'm going to get down my little computer and figure out that number. And Avana, Debra,
And you said I can't see the chat that Deborah has, but you said your name is Jennifer?
Yes.
Jennifer, great. So what is your question?
I guess my biggest question is a direction in my business. Am I built to do this, or should I stay over here?
Okay, so you're looking maybe stay where you're at or move into something a little bit different or a lot of it different?
I offer different things, and I'm not sure if it's a comfort level that's not having me push one way, or should I just stay in my lane and concentrate on where I've been? Does that make more sense?
Yeah, oh, it made sense the first time, but yeah, that's awesome. Yep, absolutely. All right, well, let me pull a few cards here and see what we get. Well, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, the first card I get is this 3 of Fire card. And this card, it says goals, expansion, and vision. This is moving forward, new goals, expansion. And at some point, too, when you get these goals in motion, get this energy moving forward, you'll actually watch your ships come in. So that's the first card that I got. So this direction may be a really, really good move for you to move into something new or repackage your current, your current offerings. I got the Wise Counselor card too, which is belonging, learning, and traditions. And this card really is telling me that you have learned your stuff, you're doing it, and now you're ready to move on and either teach it or I don't want to say counsel others with it, but it's really like you've reached a level where people are looking to you for the guidance on how to move forward in these areas. Okay, you are kind of ready to go there. But this is also a very conservative card. You're not going to make a decision without really stepping back and like making an educated decision. You see what I mean? You're not just going to go willy-nilly into any direction. You're going to say, you know what, you're going to weigh out the pros and cons, and that's what you need to do. But yes, are you ready? Do you have the skill set? You absolutely do. Are you ready to step in a leadership position? You absolutely are. Okay. And then I got the King of, in fact, I'm going to tell you right now, I end with 2 King cards. So we're going to go the first.
Wow.
The King of Air, which is King of Swords in the Rider-Waite, knowledgeable, objective, and rejected. Don't pay attention to that word. What we're looking at here is this is like representing your mind. You are sitting here now in this leadership position with a really sharp, I'm hearing a sharp skill set to cut out all the stuff that you don't need and to really nurture and move forward into those areas that you need. You're no nonsense when it comes to this. This is my business. This is what we're doing. Okay. I'm in this leadership role. And then I get this King of Fire, which is inspirational, charismatic, and innovative. This King of Fire card, King of Wands, this is really an entrepreneur. He's the dreamer and he has people that are the doers, right? You dream it, they do it. You move forward. You have the intuition. You know how to read the numbers. You know how to read all the data. You get all of this stuff, all this analytical stuff, but you really move forward with what your gut is telling you. And that's how you move forward. And I would say, that this is really a really positive reading to repackage or move forward. I mean, the energies are there that are pretty strong.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you.
Yeah.
I totally feel that. And just that little push, I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
So that is really, someone's calling me. That is really close to what her numbers are. It's very, very interesting. And you're very, very good. Well, not that. I feel you're very good. So, Jennifer, you're a 27/9 life path. When you decided to come into this incarnation, you had so much information from past life. No, so many lessons learned successfully from many past lives that you brought into this this world. And what's going on here is that you're just finishing up a 7 personal year. 7 personal year means that you were inspired out of the blue sometimes to study this, to go here, to open this book, join this club. Because it's almost like your guides are saying, you need to just learn this earth stuff, and then you're able to bring your magic into the world.
Okay.
Now, the cool part about numerology is that we change our personal year. It goes in 9-year cycles. We change the personal year into an 8, meaning that what you work on successfully this year will profit next year. In other words, yeah, your name would be spoken into in your videos. If you do videos, they'll get tossed around because it has to anchor into the world. That's the blessing of an 8 personal year. You may find yourself next year having an impulse to risk a little more than you normally do. My advice to that, if you're unsure, you can always call either one of us and we'll throw cards on it. Because we can get bogged down, even though I know Jennifer is a very talented international psychic advisor herself. And but
you're so graceful. Yes, thank you.
but we need each other, right? Because when
we
we're
do.
this close to a problem, just give me a call and say,
we get stuck sometimes.
So that's what we'll do. And I'm just going to but when you get into thinking that you're risking too much, my best suggestion is to entertain the thought that it's going to be fine, because you're already here to do great things. You're like the keeper of the mysteries, the secrets, and you're here. So I see a lot of profit coming up. I also see a new avenue, even though you've been through a lot and you've tested all the buffet, the Akashic here, numerology there. But there is one more thing by the end of the year that's going to capture your interest, and you follow the scent because that's what you're good at. And it's going to move you into real clear messages of love for others. And I promise you that. So
I love that. That's this year? Like in a month and a half, I'll have this.
within the year, because in the it's almost like I see your guides saying, oh, here, take this. We're kind of running behind.
I love it.
And so then, by January, it will start, you will have.
Oh my gosh. I'm excited.
There you are. It's a good, you've worked hard on it. It's not like you woke up one day and decided,
I'm gonna do this.
Some people are, have been visited by 3 ghosts, and then the next morning they're another person. But that doesn't happen often for us. We usually have to put in the work.
A lot of work.
All right.
But, ladies, thank you so much. I love this. It's a beautiful, beautiful reading. Thank you so much for taking me.
Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate it. Bye-bye. And we have Karen.
Good
Hi,
morning.
Karen.
Hi, Karen.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Can. Definitely. And Karen, if you would like to give me your birthday so I can work behind the scenes. If you're uncomfortable with the year, just give me the month and day. That's fine.
Sure. It's 2/13/1962.
Okay, I'll get to work.
Karen, what
Thank you,
is your
Deborah.
question?
Well, I am a painter and I'm having the fun part of doing all of the painting. But now I have to do some promotion and I have a pretty clear idea what I need to do, but I'm just not doing it. And I was hoping for some motivation,
Okay.
some,
So getting some validation to get the PR and the marketing rolling. Like,
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Just dragging my feet.
I get you. Your numbers, your numbers say you're doing just fine, but I'll wait till my turn.
well, I'm going to tell you what. Something's going to come up here to get you going, because the first card I got for you is this 4 fire card. This is a great foundation card. You definitely have a great foundation to start from with your painting and that. So it says prosperity, contentment, and celebration. As you get started, and when you get started, you're going to find things really take off. And you see the energy that these men have dancing, these young men have dancing. You are going to find that energy, because all of a sudden you're going to get sparked and think, I want to get this out. I don't know if I want to get it out. I don't know if you want to get it out for the holidays, or somebody's going to come up and really focus you and say, you know what, I am ready to get this out. Get this moving. Here's the Empress card: abundance, creation, abundance, action. So you are ready to move forward, and it is just a matter of, I just heard seatbelting yourself down to the chair and and concentrating on what you need to do, because as you get started, things are going to come, they're going to fall into place. Is it maybe 2 days of sitting at your desk working on things? Maybe, but things will gel, and they'll just start. It'll be one logical step after the other. Here you are, is the page of fire. Look at this energy she has: creative, enthusiastic, and motivated. I don't know what's going to motivate you, but something's going to motivate you coming up here, and you are going to put things aside and say, you know what, I have to put stuff aside and I have to concentrate on this. And your outcome here is the Sun card, which is success, recognition, and enthusiasm. So this is really kind of shining over all these cards, as a clarifier. And I don't know what it's going to take. I don't know. Sometimes you just wake up, maybe some numerology kicks in, maybe some stars, some astrology, whatever. But you're going to wake up and you're going to say, all right, now's the time. It's going to happen. I'm seeing like within the next, I'm hearing 7 to 10 days, maybe not even that long.
Okay.
And you're going to be
I
like,
that.
boom. When you sit down and you focus, it's going to move forward fast for you.
Excellent.
You have it all there. You just have to put it out.
I know. I don't know.
Yeah, you know that. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
But nice to understand that there is a momentum and impulse, because when people are creative like you are, Karen, you're different. You process you're different than anyone else. So a regular business, right, have these atomic habits. They either work real late, and their motivation is always feeling under the gun, and that's thrilling for people. But you're disciplined. You're always at your desk at a certain time. Creatives aren't like. In fact, I just wrote this for a magazine. That's weird. But creatives work differently. They do all of the stuff in their minds before they set pen to paper, paint to canvas. And what happens when you do that is when it's in your mind, it's perfect, of course. It's ace energy.
Yeah.
But when you take the time to think about, because you're a painter, correct? You said?
Yeah.
So when you take the time to imagine all that, when you get to the canvas, it's like concise, and you can work a steady 5 hours on it. Most of it's done. The first edit, I know that, but then you really should dedicate all your time in the morning to morning writing or the thrill of something else, right? But you're not made that way. So part of that is it feeling like you're not successful because you don't have that spark, but you are. If I can get you to recognize who you really are at soul level, then you'll know your next steps. Also, I have a feeling you believe you need to do it all yourself, and that's not true. There's many ways to hire inexpensively, many times, to do some work for you. And but that's I'll stop on that.
Okay.
Your year, the energy of this year is all about tying up loose ends. Always tying it up, every little thing. So you'll get started on a project, be called away because the water bill is late, right? Or, oh, I should call my doctor and make an appointment. And so all these loose ends are coming in. What's fighting you is that you're a 6 life path, all about beauty, balance, fairness, home. So that's where you're tied. And I don't think, I'm just going to call this out as it feels to me. I don't think you believe you can stand out in the world and not bring your family values with you, bring your family involved with you. And some of that you have to be independent, but there's a way around it. And I would like to invite you to have a free, let's get to know each other, Zoom conversation about this, because I can help you know what your next steps are. Because, oh, I forgot about next year. Next year, 2024, is all about life synchronizing up blessings you need to address. So this is what it's like. We have a 9-year cycle, and the 5-year is the only times your guardian and your angels and your guides have the permission to synchronize up a scenario, not just give you an impulse to do something, but create a scenario that you know exactly what you do. It's almost like course correcting you. So once you have it in your head, because you are in your head, and I'm in mine too, it's no bad thing, but once you have new options in your head, in your mind, in your planning, you will have those blessings synchronize up, and you will have to write each one of them down, because there's a book in that. It's like, I thought about this gallery and they called me before I asked, or something like that. And but I know of other options. Is there does that make sense, align to you?
Yes. Yeah, it does. It does. I think I have to have a little more confidence and just move forward and believe in myself.
What self-confidence in what? Are you afraid that someone will reject your work and you're afraid of being rejected?
No, I think just for my own self-love, my own loving myself and wanting to stand out with my art and throwing it out there. Whatever happens, happens, but just to give myself a chance.
Yeah. Make it available. Well, the fifth personal year was 2024. Yeah, 2024 is 5. So life is going to give you these changes. They'll be out of the blue most likely, and you just stay flexible, stay loose. And even though you're scared, what? The Metropolitan's calling me? Ooh, I don't know. You're going to do it. Okay. So that those things will start happening. And then the next year, 2026, is all about you're living your own 6th life path in a 6th year. And that's when it comes together and you start finding your voice. I'm not saying you have to wait that long. You can call it in quicker. That's why we have psychic readings, to see what's floating around out there and what can I quicken in, So now you know.
Wow.
I think you're at a place. So would you mind giving me an
No, not
email?
at all.
Giving me an email at my name at yahoo.com. So it's in the show notes. And just I have some info for you. So we'll just get together.
Yeah, you've piqued my curiosity.
Good,
Yeah, and
good.
you really have strong energy with these cards of being motivated, the action, and moving forward, the success. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. This was
I,
so helpful.
this was fun. This was very
Yeah.
fun. I wish you
Isn't
well.
it? It's so fun.
Uh, it's better than
Thank you,
having,
Deborah.
sure, it's better than having like one question in the chat that we try to make sense of. And so
Yes.
I discovered this way of reading, and I'm just thrilled.
I
Just
think I couldn't agree with you more. I couldn't
okay.
agree there's something about the chat that you can only go so far in
Yes.
the relationship. I mean, these are really powerful messages, and it's like, type, type, like it just kind of doesn't balance out. So I applaud you in doing
Okay.
this. And
Thank
that's
you
why I
so
came
much.
on. I was like, yeah, I got to support her with
Oh,
this
thank you
idea.
so much. I really appreciate that, Karen.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
give me an email, and we'll talk later.
Thank you so much, ladies.
Blessings. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. This is great. Now I had Cynthia on here. Where did Cynthia go? Did she have to leave? Goodness sakes. I'm so sorry, Cynthia, because maybe I jibber jabbered too long with everybody, but it felt right. All these readings feel so good, and we
Yeah.
need to have. Hey, is Indigo Jaguar in the house? Let's see you, baby. So get your lipstick on, and I'm going to give you the link again. I'm going to invite people in to have a reading. Just like what we did. Now I had a live with Indigo Jaguar.
Yeah, I do.
Not
I do
too long
lives.
ago.
We do lives with each other on the
I
phone.
think it's where I met you. I didn't
Yeah.
meet you, but I mean I saw you
saw
with
them.
her.
Yeah.
So anybody who would enjoy a live reading, if you don't if you feel too shy for one, I guess we could do some questions in the chat. Cynthia's back. Cynthia's back. Thank you, Cynthia.
Hello, Deborah. Hello.
Hi, sweetheart. I was afraid you had to leave or something.
Well, I was listening to all what you were talking about and thought, well, I talked to Deborah and Indigo last weekend when I was down in the coast. I thought, well, maybe I'll leave this for everyone else. I've already had a try. So
Awesome. So where do you want to go with this one?
is it going to be personal or does it have to be with our life path? We've already seen another life path, personal year, whatever, from you.
Yeah. Okay.
I just have a question about, I raised a child since she was 3, and she's 47 now, I think, 42, 45, and she's just so moody, and I just can't seem to reach her
Okay.
personally, and I would like to know, what's up with her.
Sure.
She doesn't want to talk to her brother. She doesn't want to interact with the family like we're there, but we're not.
Yeah.
So that's the only.
So before Avana starts, I need. Can I have your birthday and then your daughter's birthday?
Yeah. My birthday is January the 17th, 55, and of course hers is May 16th, 77.
All right. I am going to work behind the scenes with my calculator. And Avana, do you get a hit on what could
Yeah,
bring
I've got
this
a couple
family
of
together?
cards here coming up. The first card that I got was this transformation card. This is the Tower card in the Rider-Waite, which really shows a life change, something changing in her life, something like the bottom falling out of something, but it was meant to happen because whatever it was, she wasn't on strong footing or strong structure. So that fell down, which is okay because it allows her the freedom to rebuild on a stronger, structure as she moves forward. What that is, I don't know. I'm kind of getting something with another person, whether it's of course, of course it could be work or a relationship or a family. I don't know, but it seems like something happened with somebody else that she's not real happy about. That
Her daughter. I know she's not happy with her oldest daughter. She joined the Air Force, and next year, Caitlin will be 3 years in and wants to re-enlist to join the Air Force. However, we are who we are, and the oldest one says she's I'm gonna say bisexual. She may be homosexual or she's gay or whatever. To me, that don't bother me because I don't put labels on people. I don't care what ethnicity background you are. I'll be your friend. It don't matter. And like I tried to explain to her, you don't have to worry about what this other people say. If Caitlin's that way, Caitlin's just that way. Just gotta love her just the way she is.
Okay. Well,
That might
so
be
then
it. I don't know.
this may be where like that structure fell out, but that's okay because her daughter's rebuilding and understanding who she is, and so is your daughter, or I think you said you raised this young lady since she was 3. So
I raised her since she was 3. I married her father. So.
okay, so she's reassessing some things, and that's funny because she is also has this 5 of air card, which is mistakes, melodrama, and reassessment. She's reassessing how she feels about things in this whole situation. This very well could be what it is. She's taking the time to reassess. She's really going deep. And so she's kind of by herself in her head right now with this hermit card, this introspection, self-discovery. It says mentorship, but she is kind of out here kind of in the dark, in like a snowstorm, but she has the guiding light, but she's getting guided like one step at a time. Spirit is showing her, source is showing her those steps one step at a time. But that doesn't mean that it happens in a day or two. I mean, it can take months, it might take years, but she is moving in the right direction for her to reassess and really understand what this, how she's going to wrap her arms around these things. The High Priestess card comes up, intuition, wisdom, and patience. That's for you. She needs wisdom and you need patience. She's finding what her wisdom is. You're going to have to really help her intuitively as far as things that you can pick up on. Maybe she opens up to you, maybe she doesn't. But having that wisdom and having that patience with her too is really important. This is all going to resolve itself because the last card that I got is this 2 of water card. And you see it's partnership, commitment, and reconciliation. This last card shows she's going to take her time, and it's going to probably take her time and maybe take you some time to, kind of figure out what this new path looks like as we move forward. But this 2 of Cups shows really the relationship coming back together and, being on that stronger footing as you move forward. So I hope that, resonates with you.
It does. It's been 6 weeks since she's talked to me. She got mad at me over, I made a stupid comment, and I know she's very sensitive, about, well, you've been here 2 years, and we were talking about tiny houses, and, and I was doing the numbers in my head, I said, oh, well, wait a minute. You haven't seen the house, so I can't really explain the footage, the square footage, and then she silently hung up on me. I was like, oh God, so I sent her a text back. I texted her yesterday. I texted her a week ago. I'm just letting it be right now. I just can't get caught up in her drama. That's all.
Yeah, and she actually has this melodrama card. So she's working through some stuff right now. And sometimes you can just take as much as you can take, and then that's enough. And now I'm going to hang up the phone. But
anyway, that's her. She's just her mom left her when she was 3, and her dad left her when she was 16. And I really think she has psychological issues in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? And I've tried to be her support. I try to, keep in touch with her. I remember her on birthdays and Christmas and the children. And I'm just a mom. So.
Yeah.
You're a very intuitive mom, though.
Yes, you are.
And that's the thing. And especially this year, if it has peaked, the challenge has peaked this year, it's obvious it has, because you have a 7 personal year, which means that the veil is just real thin for you. And you're able to pick up things along with your 11 life path, the master number 11, that the veil has always been thin. But what happens, the down part, the shadow side of that, is that we as master numbers can see the future. But the people doing that future have free choice.
Right.
But we see it so clearly now. If you just take a left here, you're going to be happy and rich, you know, just believe me, trust me. Well, I heard this, you know, this thing, I can't remember who said it, but some people see good and do good. Some people see bad and do good. Some people just need to experience it to evaluate for themselves what's good for them and what's bad for them. Now, your daughter is a very sensitive person. You said that, or a 36/9. So that kind of rubs the relationship a little bit, because what you feel is just a statement of love, she takes as let me do it two ways. She will take it abruptly. It almost like gives her she doesn't want to show reaction or start a fight, but it's like that zap of adrenaline that goes through when someone zaps you and you hear something that offends you or makes you sad. You have no idea that you've done it, because this is just who you are. And but what happens if she's not able to process it is that it sticks on her like gum on her shoe. She can't get whatever you said off herself and make herself okay. Now, sometimes she just doesn't know why it's sticking on her. So if you said, why aren't you talking to me? She may just say, I don't know, if she was honest about it. But she's also in a 1 personal year. She has to leave behind what just doesn't work for her anymore.
Right.
That was last year. This year, she needs to try other new things. And not talking to you is another new thing. And I'm sure it's happened before, but it's gone on 6 weeks. Yeah, it's a little bit longer. It's finally setting a boundary with mom. That, like what Avana said, just go with the flow on that, and understand that her 2 personal year is coming up in January, which I'm not saying she's going to be all lovey-dovey, but she will try to communicate. There's 2 ways to do the 2 personal year, and that is to really try and communicate better, or mess up a lot. It can be a harsh year for people, but gosh, I think with you at the helm, and if you can find, I'm saying this with deep respect, if you can find a pause before you speak, because I know, Cynthia, your epiphanies, your insight, like that. Boom, enlightenment. I know exactly what you need to do if you want that result. You have to pause and say, it's her path, or I don't know, I'll think about this some more. I don't know what your pause would be. When I get that way, I tend to say, because I'm the same number, I have the same problems of thinking I know, and it's my duty to tell you. So now I choose this occupation so I can tell you. But there are times in my personal life I have to say, oh, there it is. There's me having more insight, but that is her life or his life. And I need to just back up. And that's the hardest thing for a mama to do, is to watch their kid run in the house without shoes. And but yeah. I think you're doing the right stuff.
Like I said, I'm just gonna let it be. She knows where I'm at. There goes my December 20th. They were all planning to see me for Christmas. Now I blew it.
No, I don't think you did. I think you. I don't think she's going to be not in your Christmas, only because she is a 9, which means family does mean a lot to her. The holidays mean a lot to her. No matter what she says, she becomes emotional. Hallmark movies, all that stuff, and she does. So if I could give you some advice, which of course I will, because it's my show.
Okay.
But if you could text her without asking a question, simply inviting her into your life. Let's say you volunteer somewhere, I don't know, and you had a really wonderful day, or you saw, let's say, the food bank and someone came through and it was a moving situation, text her that you really had a great time at work today because I learned how much help we bring others. That is inviting her into your world. You can go ahead and bake a cake, take a picture of it with a laughing face, say, I've tried to bake today. I don't know, I don't care, but it's always humorous. It's always humorous. You don't want to tell her, I've had a rotten day, because that invites her to step up. If I was a good daughter, I'd pay attention to this. You see, if it's just happy things that are happening in your life, the bird feeder overfull with birds, I don't care what it is, but do not ask her how she's doing. Don't ask her what she's doing, and don't ask her about the 20th. If you do that every few days and just keep her in the loop, I promise you that's going to soften her heart. Because right now she doesn't have any way of coming back without saying she's sorry, and I'm sorry, but she's not sorry. She had to make that stand.
No, she's not. I already know her. I know her like the back of my palm. And she's a little tricky at times to deal with. I just, between her and her brother and her sister, and I have to listen to her, and her daughter now. And I'm just like, Glenna, we're not here to judge. We're here to live life and to love life and to enjoy it and do the best we can, So
there is one other thing you can say to her, Jenna. Some people feel that if they worry about something enough, everything's going to turn their way.
Right.
Everything's going to be fine. But if you could take out that nervousness, it's not doing anybody any good. But you already have that wisdom. You've already said that. And I wish you well for that. We are here for you.
I know. Thank you, ladies, very much. Nice to meet you, Avana.
Nice to meet you too.
Love you all. You have a great day.
Come back on and let us know how it's going, especially when it gets towards the 20th, because we're going to be real time now. So we're with you, baby. Okay, Cynthia, God bless you, baby.
Thank you.
See you later.
Later.
Bye. I really encourage everyone, if they could possibly subscribe to our channels. That really, really helps. And if you can thumbs up, that's a little thing I learned in this video I watched about how to do YouTube. You have to constantly remind everybody. So now I've done it. It's good. Now I've done it. Thank you, everyone. So here we have hello. Hello. It's like it's a party. Anybody? Now, for everybody here who may not know, I'd like, Heather, would you mind telling everyone who you are and how awesome you are?
Some days I don't feel so awesome, but thank you. But we all have those days. We all have those, and it's okay. Hey, everybody. I think most everybody in chat knows me. I see a couple new faces like Gina. And it was so nice to see Cynthia. Cynthia pops up in my chat, so it's nice to put a face, to the name. And Debbie, I'm not sure if I know Debbie, but my name's Heather, but my channel is Indigo Jaguar Intuitive Arts, which is in the process of being renamed. So for the new year, because this is my 2-year anniversary this month for my channel.
Congratulations.
Yes, and I feel like it's time to evolve and grow and, rename and being creative. I love playing around with words and everything. So I'm in the process of that. But I am an artist. I always have my artwork behind me. I'm an intuitive reader. I love Oracle, Tarot. I love my crystals. I have all of my crystals around me. So more than I can count. So I'm very familiar with crystals, and I did Reiki healing 1 and 2, crystal healing 1 and 2, and Reiki drumming when I lived in Arizona, up in Sedona. So, I'm all about the woo. So, and
I like that.
Full moon, Avana and I do full moon readings together.
Oh,
so, yes, we have a blast. So she's one of my side kids.
So
I love that.
So if you subscribe to our channels, and then click the bell to notify you with all notifications, then you won't miss a thing. And now I won't tell you anymore about that.
Hi, Gina. Oh, Gina, thank you. Yeah, my hair is growing out, my coloring, but yeah, I just got out of the bathtub.
That's the way I like it.
And say
That's
hi to
nice.
Debra and Avana.
I like
I'm
it.
Yay!
I like
'Cause I
it.
like seeing my girls. So.
Absolutely.
So before we start, Heather, can I have your birthday, please?
Yes, I believe I'm a life path number 8, December 6th, 1970.
Okay, thank you. And I'll get to work. And Avana, if you would like to.
And something really interesting, because my friend, our friend Allison, Aries Girl Tarot, has gotten me into looking into numerology. And something that she sent me, when you take your name on your birth certificate, you know what was so fascinating? I got my first name, Heather, is 29. My middle name is Marie, which is 28. And my last name, Johnson, is 27. How freaking weird is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
can,
that was
you,
something I wanted
you
to share
can
with
go,
you, because you're all about numbers.
you know what? I got to tell you, you can go down the rabbit hole big time on this and with numerology. But the
I'm not
thing
surprised
is,
with me.
what you would want to
Rabbit
do
hole.
is go ahead and find out what your entire name at birth was, what number that is, and then go with your casual name. Also go with your show name, Indigo, Jaguar. Just do all of those things. And so I found, and usually it works out to our proper name. I did a client the other day, and his proper name was an 8 life path, which is meaning that the contracts and money, and that's a proper name you would sign contracts with. His casual name was like a 3, like the 3 of cups. Let's party, let's do casual. So he and people do that. It's usually right.
And you know what's been frustrating? The name that I want to use for my channel is supposed to be not resonant with my number 8. It's like every time I tried to redo my name, I keep getting a 9, and it was recommended that I should stick with an 8, because anything that's not 8 or resonates with an 8 may not be helping me in developing my channel. And I don't know how true that is.
I gotta tell you something.
This sounds like a deep dive.
No. This is fun. This is fun. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. You're an 8 life path.
Yes.
You go ahead and give yourself a 9 name. You add that up, goes to 17 equals 8.
Yeah, nice.
Interesting. So that 8 still, and you know what? I've always loved the number 8 as a kid. I don't know why. It was always one of my favorite numbers.
Number 8 is my favorite number.
And then when I did my life path, I'm like, get that out of here. It was just like,
yeah, numbers are really awesome. I did an intensive. I do numerology intensives to give you all of the basics and then a little bit more for you to grow on.
That's what I love about Debra's cards, everybody in chat. Her cards, sorry to say this, but I've actually pulled a book apart and I'm pasting it in my notebooks, and I'm studying the numerology that I'm learning from Debra. So I kind of tore the book apart, but it is so informational.
Thank you. I'll send you an extra book. Oh my God. Thank you for the plug. I appreciate it. So don't worry about the name you want. I think it's going to work out just fine, but go ahead.
Yeah. What is your question, Heather? About the name?
No. Oh boy. Question. Well, right now, Debra knows, I haven't talked to you, Avana, but Debra knows kind of what's going on in my personal life right now. Okay. And I'm just wondering if things will we find a new place by next April when we move out here, because we've got some more stuff going on that some people know about and some people don't know about. And it's just making life more difficult here. And any insight would be wonderful. I talked to Deborah from Deborah Terrell a little while ago, and she gave me her insight. And I just, you know me, I like to have different viewpoints
Oh,
and
yeah.
perspectives from, you know, from other people. So it's just me being scared and anxious, and me needing to, you know, just feel like I'm okay. You know,
You are absolutely okay. The first card I got is the Seven of Water. You're kind of going overthinking things, analysis paralysis, this direction, that direction. What this happens, what that direction.
exactly. Rabbit hole
Like,
here, rabbit hole there,
right here, a rabbit hole there, a rabbit hole. So you're just really overthinking things now, and you're actually with this Page of Water cards. You're kind of like, to me, kind of making up stories in a way, like just making up worst case scenario stories that you really are kind of just, I don't know, they're just like this fish in the cup. It's kind of like silly business. I'm not saying it's silly, I don't mean that, but you're kind of making it out to be worse than it is. The last three cards that I got, in fact, I don't even know which order to go in because they're all so good. Three of Water, you know, Three of Cups is my most favorite card. Celebration.
And I got that card. Right?
Yeah, it's going to be whatever. You'll be out. You'll be doing whatever you want to do, whatever the path is. You really have people will be behind you. Things will fall into place. You will be celebrating. Here you are, Queen of Earth, the Pentacles, gracious, practical, and capable. You're going to gracious, practical, capable. Absolutely. You're going to put the plan together and, you know, move whatever you want to do. It's all going to come together and it's all going to be really, really nicely. I just heard it's going to have a nice bow on top. You're going to wrap it all up with a beautiful bow. And then I got the Six of Air, which is relief, hope, and moving on to smoother waters. You can't really, if you're talking about moving, you can't really get better cards than that. So I hope that resonates.
You're awesome sauce, Avana. Thank you.
Let me know too how it goes.
Welcome to one of our lives. We're laughing our heads off backstage as we're going on air. Yeah, this is okay. It's like those two kids in the classroom that the teacher keeps having to talk to.
Yeah, they're like, hey,
They're going to separate them.
Separate. Yeah.
Too much fun. So I have some news. This is going down the rabbit hole. You are an 8 life path. If you change your name and move into that that scenario with the 9, and then it gets into the 8 again, you're going into an 8 personal year. There is going to be, you're going to feel anchored, more anchored in both your regular life and your business life.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's turning the corner.
That's great news.
Yeah, it will. But so there is a I know you feel really bad and scared and everything, and it would be
we feel trapped and scared. That's how we feel right now, both of us.
And it would be disrespectful if I try and take away your fear, because you have big decisions to make, and fear is a part of that. So I'm not going to sugarcoat and say, oh, all will be fine, because if you proceed in fear, you may not make those risks. So if in a perfect world, if you could, I'm just going to say with the cards, what they're saying, you feel that the move you're going to make, or the decision you're going to make, you don't want to make it hastily.
No.
That's good. That's good. But part of the reason why you don't want to make it hastily or make it plans for it is because you've been down this road before and you've been thrown under the bus. You also have obsessive compulsive, which is my devil card. The Knight of Wands indicates sometimes you've made quick decisions, and then the Ten of Swords, thrown under the bus. Right after that. So this is what Spirit is saying, how you feel at this time. When we go into the future, I see collaboration with the Two of Cups. I see the family card. inheritance card. This doesn't mean anybody's dying or anything like that, but it
Yeah,
does
Brenda
mean
already
there's
told me that today. She goes, nobody's going to die, dear.
nobody's going to die here. But there is profit, which is security, 8, profit and options towards the family unit, the family of origin, whatever. And I'm going to go a little bit farther. And this is the card I got for you, I think, last time, which was the Ace of Swords. You're thinking things through. But when I get these cards, it's like you're going to have impulse and momentum to make a decision. And my only caution is don't let our devil and your past experiences thwart your movement forward with the Knight of Wands. At least it's upright. See, and then the Knight of Swords, you know, but
fan of reversals.
I had this is how I explained the Knight of Swords. So if it's upright, it's fast moving energy, but you kind of dig it. But if it's reversed, it's like fast moving energy, and there's just a lot of slapping and high heels in the kitchen. It's just like, wow, everything's chaotic.
Yeah.
Like Christmas Eve. This is a good Christmas Eve. Everyone's anticipating, and then they get to the house and they start reading. So this is a upright Knight of Swords in the beginning of the evening, and by the end, with too much liquor, reverse swords.
Falls off the horse and is upside down.
Everyone hates themselves. So
don't you forget this card. Capable and practical. You are right there. You are down to earth. You're going to be just fine. You're going to work through all of it.
Yeah, it's just tough some days, you know. But it's just put a smile on the face and just trying to, you know. I know I'm protected. I know that's
so here we said Denise says, hi Denise, trying to take away fear can create hypervigilance.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't help with the anxiety and stuff.
Fear
so that's why
fear can morph into awareness and discernment easier. Yeah.
And in the past for me, it's paranoia. So I've got to be very careful. And that's why I've been just trying to be very balanced, trying to be as calm as possible.
Right.
And my lovely coping skills, like my beautiful YouTube family, really.
Yes. Oh,
Y'all
yes. Thank you, Denise. That's wise.
Yes, thank you, Denise.
My friend Denise is very wise. Tell you that much. I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you. I can't wait for to change my channel name because I was like, how do I get rid of this one point? I kept rewriting.
Don't do it.
But don't do it.
Don't do it.
I don't have to.
Works out.
Yay.
Yay.
Thank
So
you,
now we're all curious. So when you change your name, you have to come on.
Yeah, when you change it, you gotta let us know.
And have some champagne.
Yes. Pop a little bubbly. Sort of. Metaphorically pop.
Metaphorically.
Yeah.
We don't.
Or we're going to be off the horse and on the ground looking up the horse.
Never mix spirits with spirits.
Right.
Okay, thank you, ladies. You're awesome. I love you both.
Thank you so much. We really enjoyed you. Bye, sweetheart. Oh, that was fun. We are a little over an hour. We have no one else in the queue. I guess this is the time to say goodbye. But wasn't this this was a new way of having a good time? And I hope everyone. I would love to hear your comments below on this new format. I think it's quite interesting.
Yeah,
and
I do too.
It's fun.
It was fun. Thank you for having me.
Yes, and remember, everyone, you can get a hold of Avana in my show notes, so you don't have to worry about remembering how it's spelled. So it'll be there.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you for coming on. It's been a pleasure, and I will see you next time.
Sounds good.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for coming to see my show. I am going to be doing more lives like this because before I was having a hard time coming on because I wasn't fitting in with the lives, but now with this new format, it makes me happy and looking forward to it. So I will talk to you a bit later, and I'd love to hear what you think about this new format. See you in the comments. I love you all. Bye-bye. And have a great day today. Thank you.